Hello and welcome back to the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the latest news in regards to Chelsea Football Club in terms of incomings and outgoings and other stuff that the club has been doing behind the scenes. Let's get into it. So let's start with the big news which has just come out, which is that Chelsea have brought a 40% stake in Racing Club Strasbourg. What we also know is that it's happened now, so it's basically been all but confirmed. It's been confirmed by both Ed Aarons and Roman Molina. Roman Molina is a very much famous French journal, so that's been confirmed via him as well. This is also showing us this is the start of the first multi-club model that the club wants to bring in. As you know, the club wants different clubs in different areas. They now have one in France. The next one that they're aiming for is in Portugal, particularly with a club called Rio AVC FC in Portuguese league, and that's in the Portugal league, which is La Liga BBV, and that's the first one that they're going to be in. And the other one that we are possibly looking at, from what I've been hearing, is in maybe South America, maybe a Brazilian or Argentinian club as well. And we know that they are bringing in heavy talent as well. For example, looks like Enzo Martinez, Alvarez from Man City is another one. Andre Santos, another guy that he just brought from Brazil, for example. Victor Roque is another one from Brazil. So yeah. What do I think about this so far? I like that we brought League 1 club. As I've said before multiple times, League 1 is a great league. They're bringing out massive amount of talent. First things first, particularly with Mbappe is a big one from there. Recently, we've obviously seen guys like Guendouzi, Colin Wan has come from there, Nkuku from our own team that's come to our own team has come from there. So again, League 1's bringing out a massive amount of talent, and you know it's also been known that League 1 to Premier League is virtually a bit more of a seamless movement, maybe compared to like a Bundesliga to the Premier League, or like a La Liga to Premier League in particular, possibly because League 1 is known to be a bit more of a physical league, much like the Premier League, so that might be one of the reasons why. But in general, having a League 1 club, in my opinion, is a great thing, as I've said before. Obviously now we can now send players there, young players that maybe need loan time, need to get up to speed with the Premier League. League 1, again, as I said before, seamless league. So, you know, if you can do it in League 1, you can pretty much do it in the Premier League, in my eyes. So, good thing for us. It also helps us in terms of transfers. If we need to, you know, meet FFP, we have another club that we kind of minority own quite a bit amount of it as well, to be able to sell players to and get some money there as well. So it helps us financially as well. So again, man, this is good. This is a good thing all parties, in particular for us though. So you know, listen, let there be more clubs that we get, and the multi-club model, as you've seen before with Man City, has worked wonders, and now it's going to work wonders with Chelsea Football Club. I look forward to seeing where we go next on that one. So let's move on. The next one I'm going to be discussing is that Man City have entered the race for Rice. Apparently they're planning to do a bid, according to David Ornstein as well, in the next day, or roughly like 24 to 48 hours roughly, and that could mean that Arsenal are now in a race to get Declan Rice. And if they don't get Declan Rice, we know that Arsenal's next target is Caicedo. And as Chelsea Football Club, this is why, you know, we need, after hearing this news, this is why the club needs to step on their foot and, you know, finish the game. They need to finish the game right here. Make sure we get Caicedo wrapped up and signed. And listen, we've always known, particularly with a team like Arsenal, that they are always known to bottle their transfers, and that another team can come in the last minute and hijack them. So we did that before already with Mudryk. So as a football club, you would hope that they've learned that lesson. They've seen that we've done that before to Arsenal, that could happen again. And you know, if you're Declan Rice, you're choosing Man City anyway over Arsenal. So hopefully the club gets that Caicedo done deal by the end of the week, hopefully, touch wood. And even if we don't get Caicedo, as I said before, it's down to the scouting department to get us a better alternatives to Caicedo to bring to the club. But hopefully, again, as I said before, the club finish this deal quickly after what they're seeing right now that's taking place between both Man City and Arsenal in terms of this soon to be bidding war for him. We don't want to enter a bidding war with Arsenal either. So get this Caicedo done deal over the line by the end of the week, please. Please, please, please. Because obviously, as I've said before in my previous videos, Caicedo is a top player. He would fit really well with an Enzo Fernandez as well. We want that pivot to happen. Let's make it happen, Chelsea Football Club. Simple as that. And you know, the final topic that I want to speak about is Mason Mount. And you know, I have no hard feelings for Mason Mount. As a player, I've always said that he's a very good squad player, in my opinion. You know, he's not been the best player. I don't feel like he's got the talent to be a top player in the league, you know, starting in a top team that wins the Premier League in my eyes, but he's a very good squad player, can come off the bench, can sometimes start games for you, in my opinion. I just don't feel like his talent level has always been there. So you know, whenever he's played for Chelsea, I've always had like a neutral approach to him in general. Um, but obviously, last night the news came out that, you know, he's been reiterating to the club and essentially forcing them to tell that he's not that, you know, he's not going to sign a contract, and he's forced them to reduce the amount of money that they can get for him to 60 to 65 million. The club wanted around about 70 million to 75, and you know, I've seen a lot of people are very angry about the situation amount, angry that he's, you know, forcing his way out of the club, that he's not, you know, I think the term is proper Charles that they like to use as well, which is a bit funny in my eyes, because that, you know, that didn't really used to exist beforehand, you know, back in the day. I can tell you that as a lifetime fan of the football club as well, and a local who goes to the stadium as well, so, you know, none of that can be hit at me, for at the very least. So what I'm trying to say is that, what I hope this lesson is learned, but I know it won't be, which is that these players are not going to be loyal. These players aren't loyal. These guys are just working, trying to get the best deals for themselves. And, you know, we can put banners up for them, we can do all of this stuff for them, but at the end of the day, they will leave us. They can leave us. You know, it's very, very rare that you find these guys like a Lampard, who stayed so many years, like a Drogba, who stayed so many years and even came back again to do around 1 year for us. You know, a John Terry's another one. You know, it's very hard to find these type of players they're a very rare breed. And, you know, look, Mason, sadly, him and the club are not agreed stuff with each other, and it's not happened. And now he's forcing his way out of the club. But, you know, at the end of the day, as I always say, and I hope this is the lesson that is learned, the badge over the player. The badge over the player. Remember who you support. I support Chelsea Football Club first, and then the player second. Players will always come and go, but at the end of the day, the Chelsea Football Club will not be going anywhere. And that is why I always say, maintain that standard. Let us maintain that standard. I've always said I found it extremely criminal that, you know, a guy that just left us recently, N'Golo Kante, did not get a banner, did not get any of the stuff that Mason Mount got, and, you know, Mason Mount got that. That for me was egregious, because Kante is a legend of the football club, and he didn't even get that. And it kind of hurts me that that's happened to N'Golo Kante, particularly a legend of the football club as well. You know, I repeat, a legend of the football club, because honestly, he's top 2 midfielders we've ever had in this team ever. Maybe Makelele and him are literally the only two that can. Makelele and him are the other two that, you know, in terms of best that you can argue at the football club that we've had in terms of CDMs, like defensive types. But in general, I just hope that, you know, we learn the lessons with Mason Mount, which is badge over player, and that we understand that these players are not loyal. These players aren't loyal. They are loyal to whoever's going to give them the most amount of money. And that's fair play to him. You know, this is Mason Mount's career. He can choose whatever he wants to do with it. But as fans, we need to also realise that as well. I know that it's easy to get attached to these players when they do wonders for you in the football club and they make these statements. But we also need to have a level of realisation. We need to have that now. Havertz is another one, you know. I know that people don't want to speak on Kai Havertz, but he's another one that kind of forces his way out of the club as well. You can make the argument. You know, him saying that he only wants to go to Arsenal, he doesn't want to sign a contract. So essentially, he's also forced his way out of the club. A guy that won us a UCL final as well. These players are snakes. Let us be real, guys. These guys are snakes. We need to move on, and just remember, as I've repeated multiple times already in this video, support the football club, the badge over the players, always. And I will leave it there today for the video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe on the YouTube. Please go watch my 2 previous videos. The first one, which I did last night, will be over here, and then the other one that I did on the same day actually as well will be over there. Please make sure to give a watch, and I hope you have a nice rest of the day, please. Thank you.